Hi there, this is Kiki with Kiki Tea with Honey, where sometimes I read tarot, sometimes I do other things. But for this, I am doing a reading. What messages does your pet have for you? It is pick a card. We will have 3 cards with stones that you can choose from. I do have the thumbnail as the picture of them, but I'll also show you individually. So for group 1, we have this, truly, I don't remember the name of these crystals. I'm so sorry, but this one always reminds me of like wooden stumps. Very cool. It's almost like rustic orange. Love it. And for the card, we have the Page of Wands, or yeah, Page of Wands in reverse. And then for pile 2, we have this iridescent cube stone. Sorry again about not knowing the names, but I used to have them written down, and now I don't. And that card for pile 2 is the Page of Cups. And for card 3, I do know this stone. It's Tiger's Eye, pretty sure. Tiger's Eye. I wish this would focus a bit better for you guys. Sorry. That's Tiger's Eye. And then for that card, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to put pile 3 and 2 off to the side, and we'll get started with pile 1. And pile 1, I'll give you one more good look at this stone if it ever focuses. Sorry about that. With the Page of Wands in reverse. I'm going to try and keep these readings kind of short. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I'll just say it at the beginning of every pile. Universe, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please come into this space and protect it, and help me give clear, concise, and accurate messages to the collective for pile 1. Please come forth and help me give messages in alignment with their highest good. Okay, so for pile 3, your pet is, you may have noticed that they're, as they've aged and come out of their youth, like youth phase of their life cycle, you've noticed that their confidence has waned, perhaps a little bit. I'm going to pull just a few more cards, move these further off to the side so I have more room. 9 of Wands came out, so they could be really defensive right now. They could be defensive, reactive. You notice that they just aren't acting like themselves. They aren't acting like themselves. We have the Sun in reverse. Yes, so not the happiest. I do like to point out the animals on the cards, or that's what I'd like to do. So we could be talking about a horse. Yeah, a horse just came out again on the death card. So high probability that the pet we're talking about is a horse. It sounds like, or it's the energy from what I'm reading on the cards, they are unhappy, defensive, not acting like themselves, low in confidence. It's almost like they have a different personality, like their old personality died in a way. And they're needing passion. It's almost like I don't know if maybe they just don't have that passion or that drive like they did before, your pet, and this is what they want you to know. So they're kind of losing that drive, losing that passion and their happiness. And you've noticed this, you've picked up on it. So if that doesn't make sense to you as a message, this may not be your pile, just letting you know now. They're with this Six of Swords in reverse as like the overall energy. It's like they're losing hope in a way. They're just feeling kind of stuck and like down. Um, and they want you to know that. But I feel like, again, this reading is just confirmation for something that you already know. This would be very apparent. And yeah, so I will pull some clarifiers and then some advice, and we'll move on. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, clarifying the 9 of Wands. So if this is a pet that is a horse, maybe they're a working horse or a horse that you train. If they're not a horse, like, don't take that. This is an animal that either is overworked, think like working dog, border collie, something of that sort, or did I say overworked or underworked? And their boredom is what is making them so sad, and just kind of almost like resentful and angry in a way. I'm getting a lot of like bitterness kind of. So we have the Devil clarifying the Sun in reverse. So to me, there's something that your pet is noticing about you where it's like the vices that you have are taking away from you spending quality time with them or pouring into them in a way they really need. Um, this could be scrolling on your phone. This could be, being away from the house a lot. Or again, we're going with the horse example because that's what keeps coming up. If you're overworking them, maybe you're focused too much on work and not enough play when you're with them. It almost feels like this pet that you have is, they feel almost like under contract, like it's like a business exchange, and they just like resent how much you're working them. And if it's on the other side where it's you're underworking them, they need more attention from you, and it's a vice here. So you know how some people escape their real problems through work? Take that if it resonates. If everyone has a vice, right? Like, I'm not harping on you. It's something that your pet wants you to know. Because I can feel like in the collective, maybe people are getting defensive, and that's not the point of the message. The point of the message is that there's a vice here that needs to be addressed either on one end of the spectrum or the other. Take it how it resonates. Please clarify the Death card. We have the Three of Cups. So yeah, if okay, I'm taking like this two ways. There's something with this reading where it's on two ends of a spectrum. And I said this before, but let me just elaborate a little bit. There's one end, like group in this pile one, where your pet is overworked and resenting you for it because they feel like taken from energetically. Think like a boss that's making their employees work too hard. Like, that's what it feels like. On the other side, there's pets that are underworked. They want a job, they want a passion, they want like a purpose with you in this 3D reality, right? And the problem is coming from a vice. It's like stemming from that, right? So here with this death card clarified by the 3 of Cups, it's almost like your pet has given up on you making this change. So I'm noticing here with the death card, see how this horse is side-eyeing the rider, the death rider? And then it's clarified by this 3 of Cups. It's like your pet has all but given up on you in this circumstance. And they want, for one end of the spectrum, the overworked group, more playfulness. And on the other end, where they're bored and not getting enough stimulation, they want you to be less unserious. They need you to be more serious, right? So take whatever camp you fall into, take it that way. So for the Ace of Wands, we have the King of Swords in reverse. You gotta listen to them more. I hate to come out so harsh for like group 1, but I have to take it how I see it. And in order for this healing energy to really come in between you two, you've got to listen to them more. Don't think what you want to think about what's happening or what the situation is. See it for what it is. Really be brutally honest with yourself and say, like, my pet needs me to do this X, Y, and Z, and I'm listening to them. You understand their actions, you understand why they're behaving the way they're behaving and how it connects to what you do with them, because all pet relationships are also spiritual, like, contracts, in my opinion, some of them anyway. And for this instance, it feels like you're not upholding your end of the bargain. Like something is just uneven here. And speaking of pets, here comes my cat. Hold on. Come on. Come here. Kitty, come here. You can't be up here. Thank you. She must have had something to say. So, for your advice card, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, again, it's more of, instead of taking people's advice about what you should or shouldn't do in the situation, because maybe you've gone to the vet, maybe you've Googled like symptoms, whatever. Take your pet as they are. Listen to your pet more moment to moment, and the healing will come naturally. These it's funny that I pulled the advice card under the 6 of Swords reverse. It's almost like the more you develop and become almost brutally honest in how you approach your relationship with your pet, the more real healing will take place. And this isn't something that happens overnight. This is a process of healing, right? So the first step is really taking stock of who you are in relation to your pet, what your pet is asking of you, listening to your pet, and then adjusting accordingly and making no excuses about it. So I hope this helps. Yeah, and the Chariot is below that. So that's confirming to me that that is a fast moving energy to get things going in the direction you want with them, your pet. So they do love you, though. I do feel a lot of love. It's just buried under quite a bit of resentment right now. If this reading helped, please like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate everyone that participates on my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. Oh, sorry for the noise, but that wasn't pleasant. Okay. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please come into this space and cleanse the energy. I cleanse the energy. And let's make some room for group 2. Group 2, the Page of Cups with this iridescent stone that I can't remember the name of, so sorry. If you do know, please leave a comment. I would love to learn more about stones. I just buy them because they're pretty, or I mean crystals. Okay. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please come into this space and protect it. And help me give clear, concise, and accurate messages for my pile 2s that are in alignment with their highest good. Thank you so much. Okay. Universe, what does pile 2's pet want them to know? What does pile 2's pet want them to know? Thank you. We have Temperance in reverse. We have the Fool. We have King of Pentacles. I feel called to take it upright, even though it did land sideways. And the Devil. And we have Eight of Pentacles in reverse, as the first rose overall energy. So here with the Page of Cups, your pet could be younger, like a younger pet. Think like a puppy, a kitten, a guppy fish. It could be anything. There is an imbalance of sorts here with the Temperance in reverse. Is this a moving situation? Did you move recently? Because with the Fool, I'm getting new beginnings, King of Pentacles. I'm seeing, leveling up in your job, moving to a new home, really flourishing financially in your life. This feels like a pet that is observing you growing rapidly. And with the Devil, I'm seeing maybe they're worried a little bit about you growing and advancing too fast in your career, or you're working maybe too hard at something. Maybe you're, going to school full-time, working full-time, moving on top of that. Like your pet sees you and is observing you, taking on a lot. And while I don't think they're showing their stress in a way that you recognize, they do feel stressed and they try to hide it from you. And with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like they see you trying to master your craft, whatever that is. I get tattoo artist a lot from this card, even though the character is just drawing like on a pad. So maybe you're a tattoo artist and you're trying to build your clientele. There's something about you trying to establish yourself, your pet understanding that even though they're young, and they're missing you and stressed out about it. Yeah, I'm feeling missing you very strongly. So while they understand to an extent that you need to like do certain things with your life, they do miss you. So for the second row, I'm just going to pull some clarifiers and then a word of advice. So 9 of Wands, this also popped out in the last reading, although the last reading was pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie, that wasn't the first reading I expected. Let me pull the whole row so I can read it. So we have Ace of Swords, clarifying the Fool. And 2 more, please. Three of Pentacles, clarifying the King of Pentacles. I feel called to take this one. The Magician, clarifying the Devil. Okay. So again, Temperance in reverse clarified by the 9 of Wands makes a lot of sense. Maybe your pet reaches out in certain ways for affection and you get very defensive, deflective. No, I don't have time, doing the bare minimum just to, kind of keep them alive. And again, there's just this energy of missing you, right? And with the Fool clarified by the Ace of Swords, they see you pursuing new ideas, really branching out and finding those things that light you up. Again, Miss Kitty must be really drawn to these readings because she keeps coming into them when usually she leaves me alone for the most part. So she must be picking up like the energy of these pets that are coming through. So, sorry about that. I need to hang out with her more. Maybe she's like, this pile is for me, So what I want you to know, Kiki. So they see you pursuing these new ideas, right? Or receiving communication about those ideas, phone calls, text messages that you're responding to, emails. And with this King of Pentacles clarified by the 3 of Pentacles, I see new people entering your life through your pet's eyes. So they're seeing you interact with new people, collaborate with people, organizations, however that fits for you. It's new though, right? And with the Devil clarified by the Magician, that's some big energy. That's some it's almost like your pet sees how this could go really, really bad for you or really, really good for you. And it makes me really emotional how much love, like unconditional love, they have for you. Because even though they feel, I don't want to say neglected, but maybe overlooked sometimes, they still want the best for you in your life. Like they were really sent here to be a guiding force for you. And they see you walking this path where you have a lot of things going for you. And with possibility comes risk. So they just want you to know that they love you and they want what's best for you, but they're also concerned and maybe a bit worried. So, universe, can we have one card of advice, please, to close off the reading? One card of advice, please, to close off the reading. We have the World in reverse. We have the World in reverse. So don't be in a rush to move on from where you're at. Don't be in a rush to move on from where you're at now. What's meant for you will not pass you up. There's no need to try and force things to happen. And I feel a lot of blessings headed your way. With that, be discerning is really like the message that I'm getting. Just because it's a good opportunity, whatever's presented to you doesn't always make it the right thing for you. And I think your pet will be able to help you out with this if you just be open to them helping you. So I don't want to like give you too many ideas, but the one idea that popped into my head was like maybe if your pet is a pet you take outside, so let's just say a dog, then you get the intuitive hit to take them on a walk at a different park, like at a sniff park on opposite side of town. You don't know why, you just want to. And you think, oh, they're bored, like they need something new to do. Go on that, like follow that. That will lead you to maybe like the right person, the right place that gets you towards your blessings, because your pet is a pure soul. They're here to guide you, and it's not like they're yanking you by your leash like into the right person, but their energy, like their energy. See, we have the tower on the back of the deck. Their energy guides you away from this tower moment where like your whole world crashes down, because being around animals raises us vibrationally. So just chilling with your pet and really like bonding with them, spending time with them, naturally opens your heart to more blessings. So I'll leave that there, pile two. I hope this helped. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and higher beings, please come into this space and protect it. Please come into this space and cleanse the energy and protect it, while I get set up for pile three. Okay. Pile three with the tiger's eye. I don't know if you can see that. Now I understand why. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorite stones. And the 9 of Cups in reverse. Pile 3. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and higher beings, please come into this space and protect it. Please come into this space and help me give clear, concise, and accurate messages to my pile 3s that are in alignment with their highest good. All right, thank you. Okay. Universe, what does pile 3's pet want them to know? Universe, what does pile 3's pet want them to know? We have the Knight of Cups. Death in reverse. I think Death also popped out upright in pile 1. We have the Page of Pentacles. And one more. Knight of Wands reversed. And 3 of Swords for the overall energy. Let's see. Your pet senses an ego death coming. So don't panic. We have the Knight Nine of Cups as the overall pile 3 card, right? And then we have, and it's in reverse, which to me says that you are trying to find personal fulfillment, you're trying to find something that works for you, and something's just not quite adding up. And with this Knight of Cups and this Death in reverse, it's honestly, it might be heartbreak. Did you just go through a breakup? Pile 3? Is your pet witnessing you going through a breakup? Because I see here with this Page of Pentacles and this Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like you're taking up like new hobbies or literally anything to distract you from this breakup to avoid this, whoever this Knight of Wands in reverse is. Because the Three of Swords as the clarifying energy is just, yeah, it's giving breakup. If it's not a breakup, then it's like a major life shift, maybe even a passing of a loved one. Maybe you're mourning, grieving a loved one. But yes, they're witnessing you and they're holding you in this light. Also, when I was switching between pile 2 and this pile 3, I got very hot. Like I started to sweat a lot. So I don't know if this is just your pet witnessing you being very stressed out. Your pet could be very stressed out and get very hot and like pant. If they're an animal that pants. I do see a lot of horses again. So pile 1, I suspected maybe might have had to do with horses. Again, there's something about like a high energy, working a lot, just a lot of emotional avoidance. You could be younger yourself and still kind of like figuring out who you are, getting established in life. If not, I would go back to the ego death statement where it's like you just got to get like a clean slate, old life, time to start a new one. Whatever event rocked you into this Three of Swords really shook you up, and your pet is witnessing this and holding you with love in this. They don't feel particularly stressed. I don't feel like this is affecting your schedule any. The previous 2 piles, it felt like maybe they were stressed out because of their owners, for one reason or another, but your pet doesn't seem particularly stressed. You must take very good care of them and like pour into them a lot, but they are witnessing you going through this. So for your clarifier for the Knight of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. There's a lot you're not saying. Your pet also feels like you could stand up for yourself more. I don't know what that's about. I feel like you would know what that's about. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So your pet thinks, one, that this ego death is unavoidable. But the more you avoid it, the worse your circumstances and luck, specifically your luck in life, becomes. Like the more you try to avoid this change that needs to take place, the worse your luck becomes because you're not letting the energy flow and process the way it needs to. For the Page of Pentacles, we have the Four of Cups. So sometimes healing really is just sitting with yourself and letting things come up, and it's kind of boring. Processing feelings sucks because I feel like as humans we tend to avoid that. But even if it's just for like 5 or 10 minutes a day, sitting with yourself and letting yourself cry it out until it feels boring to think about. I don't know, this is like the event that rocked you, you know, the one where I was like, it's a breakup, it's a death of some sort, something. It was a big life event that happened and it hurt you a lot. And now you're pursuing a new hobby, is really what I'm picking up, like a new hobby, a new pursuit, something that you're a novice at, in order to avoid processing these feelings. And your pet is saying, please sit with it. Please sit with it and process it until it gets boring. Um, I will help you through this, is also what they want to say. I will help you through this. And then with the Knight of Wands in reverse, we have the Sun in reverse. So whoever, I really do feel like strongly that this is a person that left your life somehow. I don't know how they left, but this is a person that left your life somehow. And it's like they took all of you with them, right? And they did, but they took the old you with them. And your pet wants you to let that version of you go. Like, let that person take that old version of you with them. And my cat has come into every reading now. She loves the pet readings. She loves the pet readings. I've only done one other one, but there were 3 in that one as well. And she did the same thing. So I don't know what energy these pets are bringing into the space, but she picks up on it. So, yes, this person that left, it's like they took an old version of you with them. If this is a person that passed, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a rocky relationship with them. And your grief is a mixed bag, right? Like, part of you is like, thank goodness they're gone, but another part of you is like, I still love them and miss them, you know? Your pet is saying, let it go in pieces. I will be with you through it. I know you're taking care of me. Like, I love you. Let me love you back. They just want to be there for you. They see that you're going through a lot. They see that you're really unhappy at the moment, and they want to support you in whatever way they can. They feel very like solid. They feel like a rock. They're like, I will be with you through this, right? I'm with you every step of the way, which is gorgeous. I love your pet. I don't know who they are, but Kitty. Kitty's here for support. Kitty's here to support you too. My cat. So, universe, can we have one card of advice for pile 3, please? One card of advice for pile 3. We have the moon. Yeah, this journey, it's deep and it's exploring your shadow side. It's really bringing forth the parts of you that you've been scared to look at for a long time, and letting those traits, I want to say, or aspects of yourself be seen, even if it's just by you and your pet. Let yourself be witnessed, let yourself be seen in your entirety. I feel like you've wanted to do this for forever, but it's like this person, the sun that they brought, kind of like blinded you to these aspects of yourself. And now that they're gone, it's like I'm sorry for the cheesy imagery, but it's like you're shrouded in darkness and you're just alone, right? But you're not. You have your pet, and your pet is here to walk you through being alone and walk you into the shadow parts of yourself and explore them. Because what you realize, I think, through doing this, through letting go of this aspect of you that left with that person, is that you find who you are. You find the things that were just hiding in the dark parts. Like, the dark isn't bad, the dark is just the dark. And you get to create a new you, a new light. You know, the moon is bright. The moon is pretty bright. Like, you don't need the sun necessarily. Who needs the sun? I don't know. I just want to make you laugh. Um but your pet is really coming through to tell you, and the universe is coming through to tell you, that the shadow aspects are not bad or scary. It's where the next part of your life is once you let it in. So I'll leave that there. If you like the reading, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.